The journey back to Jerusalem. After traveling many days in the desert, Lehi had a message for his sons. He told Nephi and his brothers to go back to Jerusalem. They needed to find a man named Ishmael and ask his family to join them in the wilderness. Nephi knew this was a hard task, but he was ready to obey. Nephi and his brothers arrived at the city and found the house of Ishmael. Nephi spoke with kindness and told Ishmael about the Lord's plan. Ishmael listened carefully. Because of Nephi's words, the Lord softened Ishmael's heart, and he agreed to bring his family into the wilderness. Ishmael's family packed their belongings and followed the brothers. They walked through the dry, rocky hills. It was a long journey, and the sun was very hot. One of Ishmael's daughters walked near Nephi, wondering about the new life that waited for them far away from the city. As they traveled, Laman and Lemuel began to complain. They missed their comfortable home in Jerusalem. They were tired of the sand and the heat. They decided they didn't want to go to the wilderness anymore. They wanted to turn around and go back. Nephi was sad to see his brothers so angry. He stood before them and reminded them of the many miracles they had seen. He told them that if they had faith, the Lord could do all things, but Laman was too angry to listen to Nephi's words. Laman and Lemuel's anger grew until they lost their tempers. They grabbed Nephi and tied him up with thick, strong ropes. They planned to leave him in the desert and go back to Jerusalem. They worked together to pull the knots as tight as they could. Nephi was left bound on the hot ground. He did not get angry at his brothers. Instead, he knelt and prayed to the Lord. He asked for strength so that he could break the ropes that held him. He trusted that God would help him. As soon as Nephi finished his prayer, something amazing happened. The thick ropes began to fray and snap. They fell off his wrists and feet as if they were nothing but thin threads. Nephi stood up, feeling the strength of the Lord in his body. When Laman and Lemuel saw the miracle, they felt very sorry for what they had done. They knelt at Nephi's feet and asked him to forgive them. Nephi felt love for his brothers. He told them he forgave them with all his heart and asked them to pray to God for forgiveness too. The whole group continued their journey until they saw a familiar sight, the tent of their father Lehi. Everyone was safe and happy to be together again. They offered thanks to the Lord for protecting them on their long journey through the wilderness.
Like and subscribe.